as soon as you're aware of the limitation, you can pick a flavor of the illusion in order to operate within the frame of reality that you are consciously choosing direction of more efficiently. You're like, cool, I want to go there. And in order to go there, I need to limit myself because that's going to help me move through this specific XYZ variable of like frequency I'm picking.
Suddenly appear every time that you're near. Sometimes I belong by myself, yeah. I feel at home by myself, yeah. It ain't the same feeling with somebody else. Feel like a clone of myself, yeah. See, I ain't gotta lie, rather tell the truth.
I just ordered myself some food and I'm starving. I ordered a bibimbap tempeh bowl. Also, my nervous system is very relaxed and I feel like it's so safe and present and stable at the moment that I might seem a little bit too chill. Like my mom thinks I'm sad because of how calm I talk, but that's why maybe my enthusiasm is coming down a little bit. It's like I feel like a yogi now, you know? I feel a little bit. Although that's not true all the time. I had a lot of energy yesterday. Like I literally spent 2 hours doing cardio because I had so much energy yesterday. And now maybe that's why I'm so tired, why I'm stating this as like a retrospective analysis of my actions and my state. Because I'm fucking tired, that's it. I'm just hungry and tired. I had a request recently to do another girl talk. I think like we have a good percentage on this channel of 50% being male and 50% being female, or something around like 45-55. I know that the girlies like to feel seen, and the nicheness, the rareness, the isolation of our beautiful minds doesn't help us achieve that need. I need to express certain things, and I've been prompted to question different topics. And now that I'm in more social settings, I observe certain things that I had theories about in real life. So I look at humans, I acknowledge that we're literally the same thing, experiencing the same thing in different fonts, like I told you before. And it makes me even more curious about myself and studying how I fit into all of this, just exploring patterns in general. So complacency is such an interesting, I need a definition of that actually. Like what the hell is complacency? From my understanding, it's when you are incongruent with your actions, a feeling of being too satisfied with how things are, which stops people from trying to improve and noticing hidden dangers. Yeah, there's some sort of hidden pattern that you're choosing not to see because you're too satisfied with the identity you're owning, which is a very egotistical move. Might be conscious or unconscious. Most of the time conscious, I feel like. It's like you see it, but you choose it. And that's probably in a lot of religious texts, in a lot of religious philosophical contexts, the biggest sin. When you know and you understand and you see, but you choose not to act on correcting yourself. That's complacency. And so why I even started thinking about this is mainly because of the context of male and female narratives and relationships, expectations, standards, hoes. And it's so cool to observe an extreme concentration of attractive people in Bali. That's something I'm noticing, right? This has been like what, my first. Oh wait, I received some money. Hey yo, I rented a Scoopy and then it fell because I don't know, I'm still figuring out how to use it, and the mirror broke, and I gave them a deposit of like 500k rupees. Should receive it back if you didn't break anything. And so I did break it, right? So I was expecting to not receive any deposit back, but I just deducted a little bit from my deposit. I was also asked, what is better, devotion or freedom, right? That's the question that ties into complacency. I feel like a lot of people intuitively, subconsciously, we really want freedom. The only thing we want is freedom in everything we do. Why we go to work, why we go to school, why we're being tempted to seek certain people. We want to feel free in our hearts. We want to feel seen and understood. And we want to feel this expression of spirit and soul and mind. And that's that freedom when your heart feels accomplished in all areas. I feel like ultimately it's freedom or inner safety. Well, it probably has multiple different words. It's some sort of like a multifaceted level of fulfillment, right? So when we're thinking about devotion and limitation and discipline, in any context, right? I'm not trying to paint it instantly as relationships or food or sports or education. Think wherever your mind takes you, just think in all contexts. We're thinking, okay, I'm going to limit myself with this devotion to this greater purpose. When you are, my dad's messaging me. Okay, let me mute my phone, my bad. Instantly, when we're thinking devotion, we're thinking limitation and illusion. So you're picking a certain flavor of an illusion. Because if you're aware of reality, whatever reality is, like if you're just awakened to the objectivity of how physics work in this universe, you understand that there is no limits. Like in the Matrix, there was no spoon. That you can just do whatever the fuck you want, basically. But you also don't really choose a lot of things. If you choose to be devoted to something, this is you picking a flavor of limitation by choice, and you are essentially saying, I'm choosing not to be free in this regard, which might come off as stupid to some people. Hence, I received the question of what is better, devotion or freedom? So I feel like the misconception in the modern society is, especially heavily fueled by politics, and I feel like mainly because people just want to make a lot of money off of us and separate us because that's how they can make more money off of us. Feminism and all that is that if you choose a limitation, it makes you less free. We forget that when you limit yourself consciously and when you choose to limit yourself from the illusion of options, because that seems to be the most free thing, right? Like if you go to order a salad and like make your own bowl, you have so many options. You're so you're like, oh my fucking god, I don't know. You can spend 20 minutes looking at that by the abundance of options, by this vibrant table in front of you of all these different salads and corn and freaking edamame and all these premium proteins and the greens and all the different combinations of kimchi. Like, I don't even know what to choose, and that's the freedom. Like, you have the freedom to choose, but that limits you because you are designed in a way where as soon as you're aware of the limitation, you can pick a flavor of the illusion in order to operate within the frame of reality that you are consciously choosing direction of more efficiently. You're like, cool, I want to go there. And in order to go there, I need to limit myself because that's going to help me move through this specific XYZ variable of like frequency I'm picking. Because if I have the so-called freedom, I'm actually not able to efficiently move in this direction. Because that ends up being my limitation, even though it's painted as the free option. You can use this in the context of relationships, of how people structure their financial life, how they spend money, how they make friends, how they spend their time, how they go out, how they eat, their diet, their fitness activities, whatever you want to, like, whatever, fucking self-improvement. The more options you have, the more limited you are actually. But understanding that you have every single option in the world and you choose a flavor of a limitation, you choose to be stuck or unstuck whenever you want. That's the real discipline. That's probably the hardest option, not because it's so hard to stay disciplined, not even that, but because it's so hard to feel like you have the audacity to do that. Like it's the easiest one actually, but the ease of it makes it the most difficult one. Because it's like, oh shit, I could have done that all this time. So yeah, as soon as you go across that line, then you feel free. Religiously also, like real devotion actually gives you freedom. It liberates you of all of your worries and doubts and the stress and the existential anxiety. And God, I'm so grateful right now for this random ass timeline I'm in. I don't know how. And that's a lie. Because like I can reverse engineer the process, and that's what I'm working on right now. I'm building this 30-day challenge to help us understand the framework of how to live a whimsical life, let go of your past narratives and let go of the frameworks that are running your life and your subconscious in a way that's not reflecting the reality you want to live, to reshape your identity, to be safe on the inside, to experience the reality that you actually really want to live, to stop wanting anything, to just create, to just be. I'm kind of trying to retrospectively analyze how I got here, even though that's not like a finish line or anything. I feel a lot of creative energy bubbling inside of me, and the things I'm creating right now, it's like I feel like I just started. Not even like I feel like I'm just beginning to live life, which is awesome. But the state I'm in feels so clean and so pure and so right, which is so strange to say. And I truly feel safe right now. That like how am I even saying this? I don't understand. So I'm very grateful for this random ass timeline I'm in, because even though I got myself here, everything could have went wrong. Alhamdulillah, as they say, right? This is beautiful. I'm grateful. I have no fucking clue how all of this is even real. Why am I even alive? Incredible blessings. And just so many random things lining up. Like if you just observe anything, I'm just looking at life every day and I have to manually remind myself, holy fuck, I'm so grateful for everything that's happening. Not even because I'm in Bali, not even because everything is just so fucking perfect around me, but just every single little thing. Like everything could go so wrong and everything is just so perfect. Everything is just so perfect. How are we even breathing? How are we even alive? How is this even, like, how does gravity even like hold me here? How are my organs not falling apart? How is my blood circulating perfectly? How is the fucking air airing? You know, like it's just amazing. It's just incredible. Everything is so perfect. Plus, I'm somehow pretty and smart. What a combo. Plus, all these people around me are so incredible. Plus, all the food is just great. Plus, there's no danger to my life here. Like, I'm healthy and my parents are together and everyone loves each other and everyone's healthy and my dog is healthy. And, like, you know, and I start just like whimsically counting all these things that are great. And it's just, this is kind of not a structured yap, but I think that it has to be that way. I kind of need to talk a little bit. No script, no nothing. But this yapping style is also very needed, and I feel like it's the most authentic, the most refreshing. You could just play it in the background and it just fuels you with food for thought. But complacency, it's so interesting because I feel like I'm not even speaking above the limitation of complacency, or I guess above the human pattern of complacency. I can only perceive it because I have it in me. So I see it a lot in people. Complacency is crazy. Like I feel like, oh wait, my food guy is calling me. This is what it looks like. This is tempeh, rice underneath, kimchi, wakame, sprouts, carrots, cucumber. The last time I was in that restaurant, it wasn't phenomenal. My sandwich was super spicy, so I didn't love it. But I gave them a second chance. And honestly, we'll see how it tastes. I'm not super impressed. I thought this was going to look a little bit better. And not that much tofu. So there's rice, sprouts, wakame, kimchi, cucumber, carrots, and tempeh. And coffee. Coffee wasn't phenomenal, to be honest with you, and it spilled all over the thing. I'd do it. Now that's good, actually. That's good. That's flavorful. I was talking about complacency. I think it's such an interesting pattern because we all have so many expectations. We all have so many options when it comes to social relationships that we seem to pick the limitation of just not communicating at all, or like not connecting to people, not even that. I feel like people are good at connecting, some of them. Committing is a problem, or knowing where you're going, or knowing the direction of what you want to commit to. Hence, they just end up connecting and that's it. Or like not even connecting, just hooking up and shit. So that's where the complacency comes from, because everyone has this beautiful, whimsical Disney ideal version of whatever they want to experience in their head, but no one actually wants to commit to what it comes with, or the character traits and the actions you have to accumulate in order to shape yourself to be the person who would reflect that reality. Type shit. I really want to eat though. The complacency, I want to point out as the main pattern is that people talk about wanting things and being loyal and being committed and believing in a certain idea of what they feel attracted to or what they want to pull. But they end up chasing other things or still entertaining other things. And as I said, the only reason I'm saying this is because I see that shit in myself as well. I wouldn't be talking about this if I wouldn't be able to see it. So everyone is flawed in a way. But that's why I'm saying the moment you're devoted to something, even if it's like, I don't want to be scaring people off with the idea of God, because that's a huge, chunky concept just drop on you like that. But that's what I can replace this entire talk with. Just focus on God, it will all fall into place. But to not scare you off with this, like I said, to be devoted to an idea of a direction that you want to go in, have a very clear picture of where you're building, what you're shaping yourself to become, where you're going, what you want to attract. Being devoted to that instantly makes you choose a limitation, and that gives you real freedom of expression, of experience, of creation, of feeling safe. And that freedom then liberates you to experience everything you wanted, and that actually brings upon the reality you've requested through that devotion to a direction, to a vision, to a visualization. So choose something, commit to it, aligned action, identity shifting, and through frequent chosen actions that are aligned, you will remaster reality to vibrate at a frequency that reflects that. That might be through limitation, which doesn't mean lack of freedom.
Yeah, what I've been saying ain't no secret.